It's the After the Show podcast.
We don't care, we're about to swear on the air. It's the After the Show, so tune in if you dare. KVJ, get your skate every single day. It's uncensored. We can say what we want to say.
Oh, yeah. Hello, welcome to the Tuesday KVJ After the Show podcast. The bird is back with us today. He's on the mend.
Goodness.
Tooth pain gone.
Yeah.
Ear pain gone.
I still have a little bit of an earache.
Oh,
But it's all right.
I'm sure the 2 dirts of the day didn't help with that.
Oh, man, I felt like 4, Kevin.
Yeah, right.
I'm on meds. Everything doubles.
Just kept coming and coming, huh?
Do cocktails double? Because I'll take one.
Oh, you can't. You're not supposed to be drinking on this.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you should be saying that.
Okay. Right.
No, I agree with you.
Look, I gotta say, you know,
Yeah.
Ooh, Denny's turn the lights back on. They're so bright.
Bono has a tough time with the lights.
Look, menopause is affecting me.
So you can't deal with lights now, huh?
Yeah, I got these bitch-ass eyes. My eyes are super sensitive.
Okay, can I throw a theory out there? Are you only covering them up because you are insecure about the shape of your eyes? Because you've been on the microphone before going, Kev, I don't like the shape of my eyes, Kev.
Yeah.
So are the eyes a ruse?
No,
or
it's about, they're watering. They're actually watering.
they are watering.
Yeah, they've been watering. I had eye makeup on when I left the house. I don't have any on underneath anymore because they just water.
She did take them off for a few seconds today, Kev, and they instantly watered, almost like a witch walking out into the sun.
Yeah. She just melts.
I don't know. I think I've always had bitch ass eyes, but this is weird. I don't know if certain times of the month I'll have more bitch ass eyes than others, and then the whole rest of the month I'll be fine. But like, there's just certain times when my eyes just water straight for a week.
So you get EBPs? Eyeball periods?
I get a menstrual flow out of my eye.
Once a month her eyes leak and it changes your mood?
I don't know, dude.
Do you think they're FMS?
Full moon sensitive?
Yeah.
She's definitely full mood. We all know
Dude,
that.
that could be it. You know, it could be the moon. It could be the water. It could be the tides. It could be all that.
It could be just her head noises.
I know sometimes I'll come in here and these lights won't bother me. And then sometimes I'll come in here and they'll just be like, like a gremlin.
Well, hopefully the new studio won't bother you. They're getting through it. I walked down there the other day, and it's pretty crazy to see.
It's a major construction project down there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you're liking I haven't been down there.
Yeah. They're knocking out walls, and we're going to have a good bit more space than what we got now in the new studio. It's just going to be a better configuration, too. The way I think everything's going to be facing, it's going to be like right now I got a monitor blocking my view of Virginia, and what should be happening in the next studios, I'll have one of you to my right, one of you to my left, so I'll be able to look either side and make eye contact with you.
Will we still be able to shake our asses in a manner where the good people can see that shit?
I think all that's going to be good. In fact, I expect that we're going to have better coverage with the cameras, and that KVJ TV is going to actually improve. So that's what's supposed to be happening, is a better system.
You're saying these cameras are going to make us want to dance and shake that shit.
I think the audience is going to demand it. They're gonna wanna
Shake your
see what
ass, but watch yourself.
I do the most dancing on the show, and we do get complaints about how collectively as a show we should dance a little bit more. I know we know Kevin's busy, but he can shake himself every now and then.
Yeah.
I don't think you'll get Kevin to dance a lot during the show.
No.
I'll dance with you.
You will. If you're in a super, super good mood, okay, it's got to be close to the weekend. She's got to be going to some kind of a fucking party function where she's going to get a lot of that witch's medicine in her.
I can't have a full moon sensitive leaky eye.
Yeah, she's got to feel thin. Her eyes got to feel shapely.
Yeah.
I get it, though. I like those weekends.
I saw this thing you could get like on Amazon. You ever seen those red buttons? What is it? There's a store that has that red button. You slam on the emergency button, and it does
the
something.
easy button?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who is it that does
Office
that?
Depot?
Office Depot, maybe.
And what's it do?
It's just a
their gimmick.
And you hit it and you're supposed to dance?
Well, what this is, it's on
No.
Amazon. It looks like the...
I'm sorry.
He don't get it.
Nah, clearly not. It looks like that Amazon button, but when you hit it, it does. It's like, all right, dance, and it plays 30 seconds of dance music. So if you've got that in your office or your room or whatever it is, whenever you need to shake it up, you just hit that button and then bam, you got a 30-second dance party.
That's what I'm saying. I
yeah,
love that.
that's what I'm
Okay.
saying. That would work for us.
Hell yeah.
Getting something like that.
Don't you gaslight me. I was right. You hit the button and you dance, which we should be doing more. Denny's hates that. Yeah, I'm the only one that actually likes to dance here. Me and only a drunk Virginia, and that is it.
I'll dance with you. It just has to strike me. I don't purposeless dance.
Yeah, already you're snobby. It's-
Dancing, yeah, I have to have a purpose to
I have
dance.
to have a purpose to dance. You gonna get me up out of my chair? There has to be a reason.
Imagine that. She's being difficult with something simple as dancing.
There's got to be criteria.
Fucking snob.
Yeah.
You're too easy to dance.
Yeah,
you're too loose.
He's a dance whore, but that's okay.
You are a slut monkey. You just can't wait to shake your tail.
Oh, I am a salsa slut.
You give it too easily.
Got some emails. One from Jamie said, I'm a listener from Northwest Arkansas, and I listened to the After the Show podcast, and you were talking about the Facebook groups, the Are We Dating the Same Guy?
Yes.
I am part of one for the Northwest Arkansas area, and the point behind the group up here is so women can warn women of men who give off red flag vibes. Guys who lie and cheat, are abusive, controlling, narcissistic. If the group is ran well, most admins make the poster provide proof of why said guy being blasted sucks, which usually includes screenshots of the combos where the man is either immediately a horn dog or when the girl doesn't reciprocate, the guy begins insulting the woman, screenshots of previous charges and arrests, pictures of domestic abuse, etc. It's not meant to be a group where women go to just bash men they think were lame, at least not in my area. Its purpose is to really help women stay away from the bad ones.
Okay, then I like
cool.
this. Yeah.
Yeah, if it's done properly and fairly.
Yeah, keep you guys in check.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. You guys know my good friend over here, Gender War Sinicki.
Fight the fight, ladies.
Not happy until we all hate each other, Kevin.
Not happy till it's equal.
Okay.
There was one that I read a story of today that, you want to talk about making it equal and even the tide. It was this guy who was writing this book. There was a story in the New York Post. It says, my wife was a serial cheater with a secret life, and I didn't discover it till she died.
What? Oh my gosh, I love double lives. Man, woman, doesn't matter. Someone who's able to keep up a double life and nobody knew till she died?
Yeah.
She sounds like a horrible person.
I need all the details. What's the name of the book?
It is being written now. I think it's called Molly because it's about Molly Brodak, a prominent writer and university teacher in Atlanta who shot and killed herself on March 8th, 2020 at the age of 39. And her husband, Blake Butler, is now writing the book. He is 44 years old. And it sounds like he goes in a little bit in this article. Yeah, it's a memoir called Molly.
Wow.
And
This is some sad shit.
well, it's kind of fascinating in a sense, and it's a little introspective on his part as well. He talks even about how they met. He's a poet who lived in nearby Augusta, Georgia, and she was pretty, had long waist-length hair, hazel blue eyes, and they made a date and then were married shortly thereafter. And it sounded like she had a lot of bad girl kind of qualities, and whatever he was driven to that.
Okay, so she was naughty and maybe he was nice and he was like, oh my gosh, she's so deliciously naughty.
I guess. He said that she was this beautiful woman that came out of nowhere and she seemed to bring chaos with her. I was always kind of attracted to women who were wild.
Kind of reminds me of somebody else. Kevin Ralston.
I like them wild ones.
He likes the spice.
He says that her father robbed banks to pay off his gambling debts and did 2 stints in prison. She had shoplifted. Her mother was bipolar and left a young Molly largely unattended. But she had other aspects of her life, like the fact she started doing heroin at the age of 12.
Oh, boy.
She let her older boyfriends burn her with cigarettes.
Oh, boy.
And she was married when she first started going out with a butler who was eager to take care of her.
This is seriously some sad shit.
And so what happened, they married in 2017, and then she winds up killing herself in 2020. And then he looked through her phone for photos, and he learned that she had been cheating on with numerous men. There were photos of her posing in lingerie with sex toys, along with videos of her pleasuring herself and saying the names of other men in a baby voice.
Oh my gosh. This is fucking twisted.
He then found emails, seductive photos to her students at the various colleges where she taught. And so she just was a wreck.
She was a college professor, though?
Yes.
Wow.
He discovered a correspondence with a poet who seemingly flew to Tucson to have sex with her during a writing retreat. So she was flying off and banging dudes and all that kind of stuff. And he said, I just realized in myself at that point in my life, I was looking for a way to destroy myself, and she just attracted and glommed onto me. And so that's what this whole memoir is all about how he was into a destructive woman and how destructive she was and how he knew nothing of this other crazy life and how much she was cheating on him until she killed herself.
And ... I need some money.
Question.
I mean, if you're going to have to go through that, I'd make a little cash if you're a writer. What the hell, man? That story just dropped on your lap.
Do you see any pictures of her? Was she smoking hot?
I would call her cute, maybe. Cutesy. I can show if you're watching KVJ TV. Here's one of her for some reason holding chickens.
Boy, those chickens, if they only knew. They did not have
She
much.
loves having her hands full of cock.
She's pretty.
Those chickens didn't survive that day.
Yeah, here is a picture of their wedding photo when they first got married, so you can see what she looked like there. So, you know, he's a decent-looking guy, and they're attractive.
Yeah, sometimes people get with people too because they're lonely and they're filling a void.
Yeah, and
loneliness is a powerful thing. You can make a lot of wrong decisions in life because you're feeling lonely.
You have those rendezvous, and it's exciting. That's what it is. It's more that, okay, this is exciting to go off and do this with about anybody. It's not that I'm just so madly attracted to the person.
It can be the wrong person, and you can talk yourself into a lot to fill up some voids.
Yeah. So you want to talk about a girl that did a man wrong, Bird. Did him so wrong.
I am not over here trying to fucking start a gender war. I'm trying to, again, bring us together. V would love it if I took that bait. You're right. No, damn the women. No, I think women are crazy. I think men are crazy. I think humans are fucked. You got some bad ones, you got some good ones, and it crosses over on the spectrum.
But double life, it doesn't matter if it's man or woman. Someone who has a double life going and like this crazy sexual liaisons outside of her marriage and her husband knew nothing about it.
I feel like the double life thing is kind of fading out just because of with technology. I think it's more of an old thing. I'm not saying you can't do it, but I think it's a lot more difficult to do it these days. Okay. Everything's got a digital footprint.
Easier to track, easier to find out.
If you're not getting a digital footprint, you're out being filmed. I think it's harder to keep some secrets. You'd have to be such a...
Well, it sounded like she was flying away for supposed writing conferences and meeting up and banging dudes there.
But
that gets harder to
banging poets.
But even nowadays, though, I feel like text messages, there's always ways to find. I just think it's easier.
Well, that's what did him in. I mean, imagine if it weren't technology and you didn't have phones the way you did. If this would have happened in the 80s, he probably would have been mourning the life of his devoted wife.
Yeah, and had no idea that she was just hooking it on the side.
Yeah.
Do you think there's anybody who's regularly in our chat room, just one out of how many, that even during the regular show, is one living a secret double life? Or is those numbers even bigger than that?
I don't know, but I would be fascinated to hear.
And I'm not talking about we're once having an affair. I'm talking about a legit double life where people go, "Wait, you fucking did that? And your name's Steve? I thought it was Glenn."
There's some because there's different levels to having it. There's a part maybe that you hide from your partner about your life, and then there's all the way that you have another family. I mean, to me, that's
for sure
pretty much where it goes on. And this girl, Molly, she didn't have another family, but she was somewhere in between. She just was a serial cheater. That's not as complicated as I have a whole other family.
Yeah, and I mean, it's not as interesting either. I am really drawn to, I have a whole nother family and a whole nother life and a whole nother existence.
Yeah.
And these two worlds don't know anything about each other.
At one point, we had over 1,000 people watching our show on YouTube. I forget what we were doing. In that 1,000 people there is at least one person murdered someone, got away with it, and is living their life. Do you think, or is that too?
Yeah, because I think even with that, there are different variables of murder. There's a person like what you're thinking is they have something planned out and there's gloves and a murder kit and
Not
all
even
that.
They
Exactly.
strangled somebody. Oh, what have I done?
Or I think the easiest is vehicular manslaughter.
And they got away with it.
I bet there are a lot of people, because how many hit and runs do I hear on an annual basis that happen in South Florida where somebody got hit by a car and they never figured out who did it?
You're right.
They'd
Even with
take off.
cameras, you're right.
Yeah, I mean, that happens a good bit. There have been 3 stories that come immediately to my mind, including a woman that was hit right out front on 45th Street of our station earlier this year. And I think they were having a hard time tracking down who that was. I think they finally did because they do have cameras, but there are a lot of those hit and runs. Somebody dies. So you killed someone with a car.
You're right. There was one that grew up back in Lake Park, and you can't even find any literature on it. There's nothing in the news. And I remember the kid was crossing the street, got hit at 11:30 at night. We heard him scream. And the dad came knocking on the door to everybody asking, did anyone see anything? And no one had any information. But you go back to try to see any kind of story on that. There's nothing there. So you're right. Sometimes it doesn't even get reported.
Yeah,
That's weird that you and I have the same exact thing that happened on our childhood street.
It was awful because the scream woke me up in the middle of my sleep because we had the windows open and you heard the kids scream. It was awful. Can't imagine why I have night terrors.
Were you allowed to go see it, or you stayed in your house?
You could see everything from my bedroom window. You could see the ambulance and the police and all that.
I couldn't see what happened because it happened like 1, 2, 3, 4. It happened 5 houses down from me, so I couldn't see the scene. I have no idea what the scene looked like. But my dad ran down there and tried to save the girl that got hit. And
are we again in an all depressing off?
I think mine is worse.
I don't know. I still have trauma, can't sleep, night terrors. I think I get more of the sad story.
Mine, they busted the guy. It was a guy drinking and driving. Guess what kind of car he was driving?
El Camino.
An El Camino.
How did I know?
It was an El Camino.
Wow.
They never caught the guy that and it always haunted me because you wanted to you
want closure.
Well, of course you saw the dad, he was distraught. You know? But I think it would be tough to get away with those kind of crimes today. But you think out of 1,000 you think there's at least 1 or 2?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
That's probably the percentages. The FBI has all kinds of crime stats, so they could show you like what percentage of Americans have taken someone else's life.
Of our audience, I'm saying.
Kevin don't have crime stats.
I know, but
I know you keep asking the same question.
Yeah.
He don't have that shit.
You could apply it. All you have to do is find the FBI crime stats.
Just give him a percentage. Give him a number.
No, because it's going to lead to my next question. Kevin, but what about a serial killer?
The number's going to be lower.
But I always wonder, have we ever, been at an event where, hey, I love you guys' show, and then he goes home, oh, I also love dead bodies. You know what I'm saying? What are those percentages?
I don't know. I don't feel like we're the serial killers type.
That's your gravest mistake.
It says here that the FBI says about assume 340 million individuals in the U.S. and about 17,000. That's about 1 out of every 20,000 people that have murdered. So to have one in our chat room, you would need 20,000 people, not 1,000.
It'd be rare.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So
all
that's
right.
that's what you're looking at. So if you have an audience of 20,000, the odds, according to the FBI, one of those people has murdered.
I'm pretty sure we have a murder-free chat room.
But then you wonder is this conversation making that one person triggered, going,
Who just logged off?
Yeah.
Look
Yeah.
and see. If somebody just logged off,
Hold on.
there's the killer.
I thought I saw Jolly Beard Dan in here earlier.
Uh-huh.
Not here now.
Interesting.
Yep. There you go. Gina sent an email from today's Am I the Jerk? The person who doesn't want shoes in their house, but their in-laws keep doing it, and they got dirt all over their new white rug.
I feel like your in-laws maybe walked through some mud on purpose in your yard.
Yeah, right?
It sounds like.
Who knows?
I mean, man.
She says, I completely disagree with your commentary on Am I the Jerk? If the rule in my house is that you have to take your shoes off, you have to take your shoes off. It's my house. I pay the mortgage. You're going to follow my rules. If the rule of my house was you can't drink alcohol because whatever reason, then the rule of my house is you can't drink alcohol. Same thing. If it was a shoe thing in my house, it's my house. My rules.
Mr. Alston, you forgot to give us homework. No, I even said that. I agree. If the rules of your house are the rules of your house, I would never make a stink if I had to take off my shoes. And
No.
I got jacked up feet. I just know how I roll.
You do have some jacked up feet.
I could give it. If you're coming into my house, I want you to be as comfortable as you can be. Meaning, if you want to keep your shoes on, so be it. God bless you. I love for you to have them. But I get it. If it's your castle, you pay the mortgage. I'm fucking taking off your shoes. I'm not debating that.
Not everybody's a good hostess, and that's what it is. I think if you're a good hostess, you accommodate on every level possible to make your guests feel the most comfortable. I believe in Southern hospitality to the core. I want you to come in my house and feel loved and yourself and comfortable. And if you have jacked up feet and you're not comfortable taking your shoes off, I would never want you to be in that position.
Well, the whole scenario was the in-laws didn't want to take off their shoes. I'm just thinking, if I was married, what would be the best strategy? Fight with my in-laws about them taking off their shoes, or do I just go get a couple carpets to where they walk on? So
Yeah.
they don't get. They're happy. No one's bitching at me. I'm eating my food.
The shoe coverings are the easiest things. It's whatever you have maintenance people come to your house now, they put them right over their shoes. It's the easiest solution. So just get those and then it's all good. Problem solved.
In-laws are probably die soon anyway. I'm assuming in this scenario they were old.
Says here from Melissa, I was scrolling through Facebook. I saw this and I thought about Jaybird. Don't know if this is a real product, but it was listed on Worst Buy, not Best Buy. It's by a brand called Great Dick, and it is Sasquatch foreskins.
Grape dick?
Great.
Oh, great dick.
Yeah, Great Dick.
I would love it. I would buy those. That would go on my.
Sasquatch foreskin.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah,
That's
Fry
fun.
those things right up.
I love it.
There you go.
They sell stuff like that, Sasquatch scrotums and dicks like that. It's fun. It's good fun.
Good fun, huh? Just
Yeah.
a lot of fun. Just have a night eating Sasquatch dick.
I wouldn't eat that. I would put that in my Bigfoot section.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, because I have Bigfoot poop.
You'd frame it.
I've
Oh,
got-
you do?
yeah, they do all kind of little
It's a
things.
display piece.
Yeah,
it's
it's a-
not something you consume.
Okay.
I guess you probably could, but
I mean, if you really need to eat Bigfoot dick, I guess you could eat it, but it's not real.
Oh, did you look into that? We were talking about that for a do it bitch punishment. Some kind of animal dick. Is animal dick hard to find? Have we done that?
We talked about getting animal penis, and you can get it.
Bull penis, right?
You have to go to a specialty meat market to get it.
That'd be
You're
a
not going to
tough-
get animal dick at Publix.
No, they don't. Boar's Head does not make animal dick. Bull dick. That would be a tough punishment. I would be not pumped eating bull dick.
You got to take a bite of bull dick.
I mean, I think what if we got to eat a whole bull
I've
dick?
brought you balls in here before. You've ate the balls.
Still think the worst thing I think I ever ate was that one thing at our old station. Remember, you brought in that, I want to say it was like a 900-day-old egg.
Yes.
I do remember that was gnarly. It was black.
It was black.
It was supposed to be a delicacy, I think, in Asia.
Yep.
You ever have something so gross your throat won't allow it to swallow? It wouldn't swallow.
Right,
It
yeah.
was that gross.
I got that
right.
from the awesome Asian market in Lake Park, right there on Park Ave.
If you ever did a Wheel of Hell for Bird, that would be tough for me. That and Call Me Maybe. That song. That was a rough one.
Got an email here from Key. He said, hey, do we know what happened to Sid Dobbins? It's been a while. Just curious.
Yes, we do.
Okay.
He got COVID real bad.
Oh.
And he's just now
Yikes.
getting his strength.
Okay, from 3 years ago?
He got long-term COVID?
Yeah,
My girlfriend had that. She had COVID symptoms for like a year and a half.
Sid Dobbins he had LTC. But the good news,
LTC.
he is long-term COVID. He's supposed to come back to the States. Funny enough, you bring that up in 2023, so you may hear Sid Dobbins.
2023 right now.
I'm saying end of the year. He's supposed to come back
Before
to
the
the
end of
States.
the year, he'll be
Yes, I think you might hear a couple
Well,
reports.
Suits should be nervous.
He really should be, because Sid Dobbins hates suits.
And he wants his job.
He
and
does.
I mean, some people say Sid Dobbins was better at the traffic.
There's a lot of people.
Nobody ever made a shirt that said Sid Dobbins screws South Florida.
Yeah, and for everybody like, who is Sid Dobbins? It is a British traffic person that fills in whenever Suits isn't here. It sounds a lot like Jaybird doing a British accent, but somebody named Sid Dobbins that did it whenever Suits was not able to do the traffic. And there was kind of a smack talk traffic battle going on between Sid Dobbins and Suits.
Well, the funniest thing was there's some people who only kind of listen to our show for a couple minutes. And I don't think they really know what's going on. And man, they would call Denny's so mad about Sid Dobbins.
Really?
His traffic is terrible.
Who is this Sid Dobbins guy? He is so unprofessional.
He's so unprofessional.
He's fighting with the other guy.
Because he's wrong. He's
wrong.
making up streets.
You said there was a wreck at the corner of two streets that don't intersect.
Yeah, they went in Denny's. Poor Denny's got to hear them. Yeah, Denny's like, oh, I'm sorry to hear about that. Yeah, I'll let them know about it. Yeah, I'm so sorry. Oh, Sid's coming back.
Oh, Sid Dobbins leaves a wake of destruction.
He's finally back from COVID, Kevin.
I love Sid Dobbins.
Okay, so good. We'll get to see him before the end of the year. And Meg wanted to know, is the Weird and Whatever going to be coming back?
It is some unfortunate studio issues.
Okay.
I'm buying equipment. It's not cheap.
Will Sid Dobbins be on the Weird and Whatever?
He wants to just take over. No, he told me he's here to take Suits' job.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he does not like Suits.
He doesn't?
No, he thinks
okay.
he's a little bitch.
Oh, yeah?
Then I heard from Hulk Hogan he wants to fight Kevin.
Oh, great.
And then Lana wants to scissor with Virginia.
Going to be an ambitious couple of weeks.
She wants to beat up Kevin. No, she wants to sleep with me. And well, this is going to be a busy holiday.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot.
I say we let all of these happen, Kevin. You fight Hulk Hogan. I'll scissor Lana. Sid Dobbins will kill Suits.
I think Kevin really wants to punch Hulk Hogan.
There's a part of me that thinks Kevin needs to punch Hulk Hogan.
That's
Okay.
why.
It would be a good release for Kevin. A lot of people yell at Kevin unwarranted.
My Christmas gift is to dress up as Hulk Hogan and to be the biggest prick to Kevin to the point where he has to punch me.
Just has to.
And then Kevin has such a release.
Yes.
His back unclamps.
It's like he would do that bouncer neck thing. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Feels like he
Feels
just
so
left
much
the
better.
stretch zone. Has full movement.
Got an email from Jennifer. She said, I'm so excited to meet everyone in person and at an event that is close to Miami Beach. Checked out the tickets for your appearance at the Dania Improv on January 20th. It does say Russell Peters is there that night. Yeah, he's on at he is on at, well, I don't know. It just
Are we
says,
opening for Russell Peters?
Well, we're on going to be in a good amount of time before Russell Peters. He'll be on later that night.
He's legendary.
Yeah.
Oh, he is?
Russell Peters is a major comedian.
I don't know him.
I know. I feel like he's one of those guys that's very popular, and then a lot of people don't know who he is, but he sells out and makes a shit ton of money.
Huh.
Yeah.
I think I'm talking about the right. Am I talking about the right guy?
Might be. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not really positive.
So
you know,
Russell's on their
comedians
calendar, but we're not.
We're not yet. Well, we haven't even kind of officially announced it. I think we're waiting for all that kind of stuff to lock in. This has been the benefit of people who listen to the ATS. I've given you a few little breadcrumbs that I probably wasn't even supposed to.
Bonus nuggets.
Russell
Yes.
Peters is a major comedian.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he's worth $75 million. He's considered one of the best. I didn't know of him until I think they might have given him. He was on one of those the comedy ones where they judge. I forget what it was called. Next Comic Standing.
Okay,
He
yeah.
did one of those things, and I realized, I go, holy shit, this guy brings in huge numbers.
Yeah, we thought with our shows, we do them a little bit like where we wrap up. Like his show would be like 8. We'd probably be out of there by 7. And the thought was right in that area, Dania Point, you got all those bars that maybe we would do. There could be an after party or something like that. So it would be something you would go to, kind of start off earlier in the night, and then, we would go and have maybe a little post party, and then you could keep staying out drinking, whatever. And if you want to go back and see Russell Peters, go check out Mr. Peters.
I love it. Virginia's going to be working out with, because we're at a place that loves comedy. You're doing some impersonations, right?
No, that's your act.
That's not.
I'm going to leave the bad impersonations to you.
Would that give you anxiety if Kevin said we really need 5 minutes of you just kind of just making sure you give us a celebrity impersonation act?
5 minutes?
5 minutes. Would that give you anxiety?
Yes.
You should make her do it, Kevin.
I will throat punch you.
Kevin couldn't make you do anything.
I just don't think it'd be good for the fans.
I think it would be awful, but awesome.
I got an email here. It says, anytime my new boyfriend has a very intense orgasm, he starts to cry. He always claims it's a beautiful thing, but it's really making me uncomfortable. It's not every time we have sex, just when it's a very intense round. He says it makes him very emotional. This is a very new relationship, and the sex is great. He's amazing. I just get very turned off when he does this, but I don't want to make him feel bad about it either. Has this ever happened to any of the dudes on KVJ? Have they ever cried after the big O? Is this a normal thing? I've only been with 4 people in my life, including him, so I don't have a lot to compare to. Should I not overthink this or run for the hills?
Every time I go, I came so hard. No, I've never cried ever in my life for an orgasm. Have you?
No.
That's a weird thing for a guy to do. It's not off that you're feeling a little bit like, whoa, what's going on here?
What if it was this level? Because it wasn't a weep, but it was more like it's just so beautiful when we make love.
Sometimes when we touch, the honesty's too much.
Yeah, exactly.
I just need to know, too, is this the only thing in his life that he's a bitch about?
Yeah, what if he's he's cool with everything
Yeah.
else? It's just when he really has a great orgasm.
That'd be a weird thing if he's not an emotional guy.
But if he's great in every other way,
You can get past it.
maybe you should think about getting past it. But if he's a bitch in other areas, too, then no.
How big of a turn off would it be? You are Panda is just you giving it to Panda the best, and he starts to weep. How bad of a turn off is that, or is that something you really could get over?
I could get over it. I don't mind a little bitch side because it's kind of a compliment to my skills as a lover. So, yeah, I make bitches cry.
No, he's crying because your shit's so vanilla.
Whatever. Turn that inside out.
Is that you're talking dirty? I turned that
Turn it
inside.
inside out. Actually sounds pretty
I
painful.
love when she tries to talk dirty. Because I feel like when you talk to her, all you're doing is just jacking a 90s rap song.
Yeah.
I like to lick it up and down till he says stop.
Oh, she loves that here, kitty kitty.
That's where she's got her hottest lines. Jennifer want to know, is it wrong for a man to be a gynecologist?
It's weird. I don't know if I could date a gynecologist. I just think, I don't know.
That was a great case.
I don't know.
I just don't know.
I don't know, Kev. It's weird. He's a man. Fuck him. It's weird.
He's looking at vaginas all day long, and then, I don't know, he comes home and looks at yours. And
It does kind of seem odd that there seems to be lots of male gynecologists, but how many female urologists are there that just look at dick holes all day?
One of our
There may be.
doctors, she had to look at my Aretha Franklin, and
She did? She looked up it?
I don't know if she looked. She just had to check me out.
how's your tunnel?
Pristine. She told me I had a very young-looking Aretha Franklin. That's why I loved our doctor. I was one of the youngest clients there. It was nice.
But that's the bad thing, though. When you have an old doctor, they retire on you.
Yeah, and I feel like they might be possibly going, I'm old. Yeah, you're fine, kid. Get the fuck out.
They've given up.
Yeah.
My doctor stopped doctoring.
But maybe if you talk to a doctor that's on the up and up and just was about the craft, they'd be offended probably saying, well, I only look at the vagina in a professional way.
I mean, I guess that's possible. I just don't know how easy it is to separate. I mean,
So
you are but a man.
You think if Panda was a Gynosaurus, when he would come home, he would investigate your short cookie in a way that most men wouldn't because of his profession?
Maybe. And I mean, I think it'd just be weird to know he had his hands in box all day. It's just weird to me. He's digging around in box.
Just stared at it all day.
Looking at it, and rooting around, and diagnosing weird stuff.
Well, what
'Cause
if-
a lot of time, I mean, regular, when you go to the gynecologist, it's just for a pap smear. But if you go any other time, it's because you got a problem. So he's been digging around in stank box. I don't know. I just
Wow,
it's weird to me.
You did it. You made my stomach flip.
This conversation should pair nicely with your Percocet.
I knew when she started going, I'll go, this is not going to end good.
No,
It's just going to end gross. I'm going to feel weird.
I just am looking to ruin vagina for you.
Please don't. You already ruined marriage. Don't you dare ruin vagina.
That's all he has. That's all he has. I want to let people know that we got Red Hot Chili Pepper tickets. They're going to be coming to South Florida and I think Financial Amphitheater on June 18th. We're going to be giving those away all this week. So if you want to go check out the Red Hot Chili Peppers and hear the song Scar Tissue about how he was banging a 14-year-old in his 20s.
I was just going to say, weren't we just publicly shaving him last week? And here's your tickets.
And here's your tickets. There you go. Enjoy them. Yeah, so that'll be coming up the rest of this week. Got 3 days left here with lots of cool stuff going on. I talked about it. You've got Palm Beach Food and Wine Festival. They got some things kicking off, I think, even as early as Thursday. You got Art Basel. It's going to be going on. All the
Wellington Winterfest on
Yep.
Friday. All this week, A Christmas Carol is at the Maltz Theater.
Nope. All I can think about is Gynosauruses in stank box. Now, thank you for changing.
Stank box. There you go. That's all you got on your mind.
What the fuck?
Yeah. All right, y'all. Have an amazing day. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Goodbye.